I welcome all the guests and members to the Toastmaster meeting number 559. I am the Surgeon of Arms. My name is Naimata and I joined in May 2024. Before we proceed, I would like to lay down 3 ground rules. First of all, keep your phone on silent. I'll give you 10 seconds to do the same. Secondly, please refrain from talking about religion, politics and sex as we avoid these topics at Toastmasters. Third, please do not cross-talk among yourself and always walk in and walk out when claps are good. Just like everyone has a vision and goals in their life, so does Toastmaster. I would request you all to please stand up and repeat the oath after me. The mission of a Toastmaster Club is to develop leadership and communication skills, in which every member has the opportunity
self-confidence
to foster self-confidence
and personal growth.
and personal growth. The president is unable to react. So I would request Easy Education to take over this stage.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing? Today, as presiding officer, I wanted to talk about 2 things. But before that, I am seeing some guests. Let us start with the guest introduction first.
Hi, my name is Zara. I recently moved to Gurgaon. I work as an HR at a center. I moved here from
Your reason to be here in the Toastmaster meeting.
So my father and brother had joined Toastmasters a very long time back, and it really helped them improve their communication skills. So that is one of the reasons I joined.
Is it the same club?
No, they joined in Dubai.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning everyone. I am Ankit Dino. I'm based out of Gurgaon only and actually belongs to Lucknow, but for quite long now I'm in Gurgaon for my job purpose. I'm working here in Allianz. It's a group company of Allianz. It's an MNC and most of my experience is into automotive industry. Currently I'm managing the project management and innovation subject for my organization. Why I joined this club? Definitely there was an enthusiasm to enhance my communication skill, and I just started few weeks back searching out if there is any such clubs available, and I identified this one, and this is the first one which I am coming here. And why I want to increase my communication or enhance my communication skill is that with my new role with this organization, I am more into global exposures where I am interacting with my global colleagues most of the time, and I see myself growing in that sense. So I feel that this need to be upgraded more.
Okay, thank you. Any more guests here? All of us are the managers.
Man is there, sir is there. Hussein is also there.
Hi, good morning everyone. This is actually my second session, so I went from your last place. I am Neha. I work with Uber, and I have joined Toastmasters Club
course of management. My name is Nihal. I do scanner it. And do I want to speak business. And I was also part of Toastmasters club. Schooling. Yes, sir. Please.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Hassan and I work as a program manager in a startup. And I'm here to enhance my leadership skills. And I was a part of Toastmasters this year from February to March.
You joined it?
Yeah, from February to March.
Don't you remember?
Yes, but why did you?
No, he's restarting. He took a break. He's not currently the
I was traveling a lot on weekends, so I'm not able to join. But
That's why I was wondering why they are inviting him to speak. Because he's already a member.
yeah,
Thank you,
for
Hassan.
attending.
I'll go back to the last week where I finished. And the topic we discussed, India winning T20 World Cup. Post winning the World Cup, some of the stalwarts, some of the main players announced their retirement from T20 cricket. Yes, can we recall those names?
Virat Kohli,
Virat Kohli,
Jadeja,
Jadeja,
and Rohit Sharma.
and one more stalwart is there.
one player
Rahul Dravid.
from India.
Jasprit Bumrah also.
Jasprit Bumrah did not take events.
From T20. No.
No, he has not
They
taken
read
it.
it.
It was fake news.
I'll check it again.
So question was asked to him that whether he is plan to retirement. Then he replied that yes, I have started my career. It's a long time. So that's why
So
we
you come back.
not okay.
My apologies. Okay, point I was trying to make in the post-match interview, Virat Kohli said that it's time that younger generation takes over. So I am seeing that happening in Toastmasters also. Today we have 3 icebreaker speeches, and our TMOD is also fairly new. I think joined for a month only. So new generation coming in and playing important roles. So that is a big thumbs up for all the new joinees. Second, who is the newly appointed Indian coach now? Gautam Gambhir. So veterans were played brilliantly earlier, who has contributed immensely to the success of Indian cricket. They are serving now as coaches. Before Gambhir, Rahul Dravid was there. Before Rahul, Ravi Shastri was there. So we have our veteran Toastmaster today playing the role of evaluator, where they will be giving important feedback and coaching the newcomers. So great, going. Second is I was discussing with our current president and past president the timing of the meeting. So of late, especially in some previous months, we have increased it by 15 minutes. And frankly, if you ask me, in those 15 minutes, I find it too long actually. I start yawning and look at my watch repeatedly. So, what is your view on this? My take is let us make it only for 2 hours. Let's not stretch it beyond 2 hours. So, what is your take? It I just wanted to know.
2 hours.
2 hours.
You can raise your hands.
Please raise your hand.
For
2
2
hours
hours.
or 2 hours 15 minutes. For 2 hours, please raise your hands. Meeting going for 2 hours, please raise your hands. So almost majority says in 2 hours time is good enough to complete all the goals.
The only catch is we need to start it on time and review. We are taking those have to come on time.
Correct.
That's the only
So
catch.
there are some caveats as our veteran Toastmaster Gaurav shared. We need to be on time, we need to start on time, plus players need to stick to the timings given to them, and timer needs to play a very active role in that to ensure timely closure of the meeting. So going onward, we will try to ensure that we finish these meetings within 2 hours and within time.
Usually the meeting actually is of 2 hours only, and 15 minutes are for buffer, like for distributing the winner certificate and then announcing the basically announcements at the meeting. So that 15-minute buffers is a standard, I believe. So 2 hours, 15 minutes is like every club mostly has this standard. So if you are reducing the time to let's say 2 hours, then you will have to have within 1 hour 45 minutes, which will might affect few roles. You either have to remove those roles or reduce
the time.
But for a club which has 40 plus members, I believe was might create issues.
But majority result is already out. Idea is to be more efficient, to make it more crisp and compact, so that interest is there for everyone. Only logic is that. So we'll see how to make it that way. Now, just to do a warm up, can we all stand up, please? So we'll do a activity, and this was the activity I did in this club only when I joined it for the first time. When I say banana, you have to bend like a banana. Correct? When I say orange, you have to roll over, bend forward. And when I say mixed fruit, you have to do. Done?
Done.
Yes. Clear?
Only
Okay,
three
will-
fruits you will be saying.
You want more
No.
flavor of the season mango? Okay. Okay, banana. Orange. Mixed fruit. Orange. Mixed fruit. Orange. Banana. This is the signal we need to end it here. So please sit down. Thank you. Now let me invite today's Toastmaster of the day, and he is someone who is entrepreneur running his own company known as Neurosensum, and he has been in the industry for 22 years, and his hobbies include playing badminton, tennis and reading books. So let me welcome Toastmaster Rajiv on the stage.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for briefly introducing me. Again, my name is Rajiv Lamba. I joined the club a month back. So my first attempt at PMOD, pardon me if I forget something, if I'm not really clear about the process. I tried to memorize the process as much as I can. But before that, I think I just want to give you a quick introduction. This goes in line with the topic of today, which is why startup is fail. So before I do that, I just want to quickly tell you who I am. So I run a company called Millennium. So this is my second startup. The previous one was Kiran, where I was one of the part of the shareholder team. And we sold that company. I joined that company in 2011. And the company got exited. So I exited that company in 2017. So that was my first journey of the startup. or entrepreneurship. 2018, I started my current organization where I did 4 rounds of fundraising from venture capitalists. Basically, they are from either China or they are from Indonesia. And over time, I expanded the company in multiple countries: India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, some of them. So today, I think the idea is to share what I've learned, so that in case any of you plan to start your own venture or you're working in a venture, you know what are the mistakes to avoid. But before I do that, let me just quickly ask you, and I just want to just check how many of you know that how many startups in the world they survive for more than 5 years? Any guesses? Sorry? 9%, 1%. Less than 1%? Okay, so very well educated. 1.5%. So there are around 3% of the startups who survive for more than 5 years. I consider myself lucky that my startup is in fact 3%. But I think it's an astonishing fact, right? For those who don't know, we never thought that the number would be so small as 3%. And how many of them they survive more than 10 years? Less than 1%, approximately 1%. So why, why with so much information around the world, why do startups fail? So what happened is, I recently went to one of the conferences. I met a guy called Rohit, and we were just chatting, and he told me that he started his coffee chain, and within 1.5 years, he closed down his coffee chain. So I was asking him what happened, what went wrong. So started sharing a lot of lessons that he learned. And thankfully, the mistakes that he did, I also did a lot of them, but not as many as he did. So my mistakes were possibly 30% of his mistakes, and that's very important. So that comes us to the theme of the today, which is why do startups fail? When everybody knows so much of information, you've got ChatGPT, you've got Google, you've got PCs, you've got friends, but why still people they fail? It's an astonishing fact that all of us should be possibly aware of. So, but before we get into that, let's talk about why we are here today. We are here today to talk about prepared speeches. That's the way the entire meeting has been structured. There will be 3 prepared speeches today. Now, the idea of the prepared speeches is to be a better speaker. I personally started a month back, and I can see an improvement in myself in the last 1 month because of the feedback that we got. And that is also part of the entire meeting structure. So today we will start with prepared speeches. As I mentioned, there will be 3 prepared speeches. Then we will have table topics, my favorite part of the entire Toastmaster, where we have to prompt the speeches. Can we think on our feet? That's what the table topic is all about. And third part is what we call as evaluation. Standing here and presenting but not getting feedback, it doesn't help. I've got a lot of feedback in the last 1.5 months, which I try to improve in myself. And that's what the evaluation is all about. So don't take evaluation as hitting on your ego. Take it in a positive stride, that somebody is trying to help you to improve you as a speaker, as your communication skills. And when we have the feedback, there will be a minute of silence after every role player feedback. So you can give the feedback on the form. So there's a scan code that you can scan. If you don't know, please ask people around you. So that for every role player, whether it's me or others, please give the feedback so that we can improve ourselves. That's what the journey is all about. And of course, at times when we are on the stage, we're talking about serious stuff. Laughing in between is very important, right? Laughter is the most important thing. That's why Kapil Sharma show is so favorite for many of us. And why laughter is important? Because it gives you positive hormones in your body. Right? Things like serotonin, it goes up in your body. Things like oxytocin goes up in your body. Because when you laugh more, your facial wrinkles goes down. I try to laugh as much as I can. I'm 47 years. I hope that I don't do 47 years because I try to laugh a lot with my family and friends. So for that we have our joke master of the day. Can I invite Harjinder on the stage? Harjinder, please share some jokes with us, make us laugh. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, how many of you have watched the movie called 12th Fail?
Pay number.
So there was honest officer, IPS Manoj Sharma. So in government, like in India, there are very less people who are like him, but majority is like more corrupt. So it is like corruption is a way of life for a Indian government employee, we can say. So I will share a joke about that. That one gentleman was looking for a match for his daughter. So he shortlisted 4 candidates. So first was, so he visits 4 candidates one by one. So first was excise and taxation officer. So he visits to them. Then their parents say that he earns around 50,000 and 70,000 from above. Then he visits the next PWD region roads clerk. Again, his parents told that he earns around 60,000 and 60,000 from above. Then he moves third one. So this guy is in customs. Then again they told that he has salary of around 60,000 and 80,000 from above. Then he visits army man. So their parents told that yes, his salary is around 50,000 and plus he has paid leaves. He has good amount of leaves and he can travel freely. Then he asked anything up from above. Then army man replies, ऊपर से बम आते हैं. So bombs are dropped from above. So that's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhajinder. That was a nice joke. You made us laugh, made the atmosphere very lighter. So going back to the cheat theme, today I'm going to present you some top 5 ways. It's not created by me. I did not make it up. So there was a survey which was done among 50,000 startups across the globe. Why did they close down? Why did they fail? So among this survey which was done, there were some astonishing results which came in. Can you guess what is the first number reason?
Passion from that dies the startup.
The passion dies.
Passion from if you have lost faith in your own startup,
Right.
it's zero for movement.
Yeah. So that's the resultant, right? You lose your passion because of something. Any other guesses? Product market fit? Financial issues?
Lack of customer understanding.
Lack of customer understanding?
Trying to do too many of things rather than focusing on the core concept.
Lack of focus? Yeah. So, 2 of you have given very close answer. One is product market fit, second is not having enough understanding of the customer. So 38% of them they mentioned that they closed down because either the product did not have too much of demand, or it was required by very few people. Or they copied somebody else without any differentiation. Remember I told the story of Millennium. He was running his coffee chain, which he closed down in 1.5 years. It's not that coffee is not a requirement. We're just trying to create one more coffee chain, which is similar to others. And when you have a price point which is also similar to others, why should you become your coffee? So, I made this classic mistake. It could have been fatal for me. I was trying to create the software. I looked at a competitor from US. It's called SurveyMonkey. If you know SurveyMonkey. I was trying to create a version of SurveyMonkey for India as well as Indonesia. I copied the way it was without applying my mind. So I created a product. Post creating a product, I started going to the SMEs to sell the product or services of the seller. After 1 year of investment of entire tech and everything, well, I would have burned more than 2 crores of investors' money. I realized this is not what everybody wants because SMEs in our part of the world, they don't pay money. Unlike in US. If you're selling to SMEs in US, you get money. If you're selling in my domain to SMEs in India or Indonesia, they don't pay money. So where did I go wrong? When I was trying to analyze where did I go wrong in creating that product, I understood. Ideally, what I should have done, I should have created a concept. I should not have jumped into the product. Right? I should have created a concept. I should have tested that in the target market. Ideally, I should have created a concept of a software, not a software. I should have gone to the startup or SMEs, do you want to pay for it? I didn't do that. So the first thing to do is to create a concept and see and go to your target market and understand whether they want to get into that concept or whether they will pay for that concept. If they're willing to pay for that, also understand your competition. Who are you going to compete with? So that's called market research. So I come from this industry and I myself made that mistake that I did not do enough market research. I directly jumped to trading. I should have created a concept, should have tested that in the market, understood the business monetization of the market. Then I should have understood the competition landscape. I should have done something called SWOT. You guys know what is SWOT?
Yes.
Right. So I should have done that with the competition within the market that I'm trying to sell. I didn't do any of that. Copying pasting is the easiest thing, that comes to your mind. Something out there, you copy, you paste, and then you try to move. Third, when you're trying to create something, if it's a coffee chain, why somebody should come to your coffee chain? What is the difference? What do you think Chayo's did differently versus Starbucks that made them successful?
Different product.
Sorry?
Different product.
How it was different?
Starbucks focused on coffee and Chai was completely focused on tea.
Right.
That is more suited for Indian customers.
Correct. So Indian we like tea. There was no chain like that, big enough. They couldn't.
I think one more thing to organize market. Like if you see the big retailers, what they have done, they're competing with mom and pop stores. Similarly, China for that matter, they're competing now with the ready balance is there in any neighborhood.
Yeah.
But if they organized what is related to any Indian terms, that was the difference.
Yeah.
I
Fantastic.
think that they make a personal connectivity, like they give a personalized stuff, they make it a personal connection, and basically.
Right. So you think?
More than chai sugar bar, if you have heard.
Yeah.
Again, cost effective also, rather than have a luxury. This quality can give you so much everything.
Absolutely. So a differentiation can be price, right? A product, either a product can be a differentiator, your ambience can be a differentiator, or your price can be a differentiator. Now, ideally, what should have happened? The mistake that I did, which could have been very fatal, I didn't create the MVP. What I did, I created a complete product, copying certain trying to sell it to the market, and after 1 year, after investing so much money, I realized that it's not going to work. There are people here, they don't want to pay for it. It's very difficult. Those who are running entrepreneurship in India, you would have understood that it's very difficult to get the money out of people's pocket, right? It's not that easy. So ideally, though, there should have been an MVP. What is MVP? Do you know what is MVP?
Minimum viable product.
So can you please explain?
Again, what you were saying of the scaling, so you need to have a pilot project to launch in a particular market to see what is the demand, and once you see that things are scaling up, then there is a demand for your product, you scale your store. That's a minimum viable product.
Absolutely. So you don't suddenly scale it up too much. Mighty Charles would have started with one outlet. They would have created an app. They would have tested it in the market. Once it became successful, they would have opened more outlets in that city and then scaled it. Right? So that should be ideal process. Create a concept, test the target market, see whether you can monetize it, post that trade and MVP, test it out, and once it's proven, then scale it. Don't try to do it other way around. Don't do the mistake that I did, and I did not go to the MVP, I went to the complete product, and after 1 year I had to revisit it. So what can be the second biggest reason? We talked about 38% people talked about not able to create something that everybody wanted. What can be the second biggest reason?
Lack of proper guidance.
Lack of proper guidance. Team. Not having the right team. Fantastic. So you nailed that. Sorry.
Some new technology coming in, shift in the demand.
Shift in the technology.
Okay. Perfectionism at times may result into the so you want to launch the best product on the best service you want to give to client, and you are able to launch because you had your own benchmark that you are.
Right. So the second biggest reason, sorry, can I?
Neha.
Neha. Hi, Neha. So you are a guest today. Yeah. So Neha got it right, which is not having the right team. which is not taking the right co-founders. What I mean by that, you know, sometimes two friends they want to start a startup. Right? One person is willing to leave the job, other person is saying, I will do part-time. Is this fair? No. Possibly not fair, right? If it has to happen like that, the equity has to be in the same proportion because they don't discuss these things beforehand. So after 1 year, the startup becomes successful, then people keep on fighting. So I joined as a part-time, you were the full-time, how it can be 50-50, it has to be 70-30, 80-20. All those things have to be written right clear on day one. Second, what happens when the two people who are good in sales, they're building a company. Is that a good team? Two sales people together?
No.
What ideally should be a combination?
You need to have tech, sales, marketing, like a combination.
Correct. So ideally, if you are building a tech startup like the way I built, I made the same mistake. I had one great guy who was a sales co-founder. I was decent in selling and marketing, but we didn't have a tech person. But I wanted to build a tech startup. So where did I go wrong? I didn't have a techie with me. So I tried to hire somebody, but by the time I tried to learn it, I made that mistake. Two people who were good at sales and marketing, but they didn't know a hell about technology. They didn't know what is coding, what is data science, what is the back-end for an engineer, what is UI, what is UX. I didn't know any of that. I learned over a period of time, but that was a common mistake. Idea I should have got to want to write in bakery, this is the tech part. So the structure on the paper also has to be very, very clear. What is your equity, what is my equity, how much money you're putting, how much money I'm putting. It's very important to avoid any conflicts. So going back to the meeting again, this is beyond the topic. I want to invite our general evaluator for today, Sonu Agarwal.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Good morning, everyone. My name is Toastmasters, and I'm playing the role of general evaluator for today's session. Everywhere, everything works with a strong support system. Today, for me, the support system is tech player role. We have 3 tech role players. That is Millennium, and Tiger. Prior to that, I would explain
I'm saying you have to be a little bit loud.
Am I not audible?
No.
You're very big, so you have to be a bit louder. Yeah.
So I am saying for anything there should be a strong support system. So today I do have support system as tag role player. I have 3 role players who will be supporting me in today's meeting. That is Grammarian, Counter and Tiger. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Thank you. My role as general evaluator is I have to take a note of what is going good in the meeting and what can be done to make it better. So here I would like to introduce Toastmaster Millennium. The role is being played by Toastmaster Harpreet. I would request Toastmaster Harpreet to come forward.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Harpreet. Today, I will be playing the role of grammarian. As a grammarian, my responsibility is to note down the mistakes done by the speakers in their speeches, and mistakes related to the grammar, as well as the usage of the words that are not basically adding up to the speech, or basically weak words that are not basically adding the value to the message. Apart from that, I will be noting down the good words, good quotes used by the speakers in the speeches. And today, now I will like to introduce the word of the day to you. The word of the day is callous. Basically, callous means the insensitive, cruel, or lacking sympathy. Callous is basically callous is somebody who shows little empathy towards the other's feelings. So in a sentence, it can be used as like the startup. In a careless act, the startup fired hundreds of people suddenly and in a one go. Or in other words, the doctor seemed careless when he delivered the bad news. So I hope that you have understood the word careless at the beginning. And I encourage every speaker to use the word, and I will be noting down that also. And once the speaker speaks about this word, we need to give thumbs up also in the speech, in between the speech. That's all for my side.
Second role player is Toastmaster Anita. She is playing the role of our counter. I would
Can anybody take a counter role? I think there was some miscommunication. Maybe.
welcome to the stage Toastmaster Anita.
Good morning all. Today I will be taking the role of accountant. And as a purpose of accountant, then is to note any overused word or the filler sounds, then used by any judge, then who speaks them during the meeting. And words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Counts may be and count, and I will count then all the correct words and the filler sounds. And I will give my report and in the end of the meeting.
Third role player is Toastmaster Chandran. He is playing the role of timer. I would request Toastmaster Chandran to come forward and explain his role.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I think all of us must have experience of jumping the traffic signals in our life. I think most of us have experience of that. So, but what happens once we pay the fine? We start following the traffic rules. So today, I am going to play the role of traffic police, and I am a timer of the day. So I will track time of each speeches, evaluation, and the role players. The time allowed for prepared speeches is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show you green signal. At 6 minutes, I will show you yellow signal. At 7 minutes, I will show you red signal. And there is 30-second grace period to conclude your speeches. Time allocated for table topic is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show you green signal. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show you yellow signal. At 2 minutes, I will show you red signal. And again, there is 30-second grace time to conclude your speech. Time allocated for evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show you green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show you yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will show you red card. Again, there is 30-second grace period to conclude your speech. So remember and keep eye on traffic signal and follow the rules. I will submit my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you, and let's have a great meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandran, for
So
telling
I
us.
have a question. Today we have icebreaker speeches, right? In icebreakers we have 4 to 6 time limit and not 5 to 7.
Okay. 4 to 6 is also okay. That is the general time limit. That is.
But today we have all the icebreaker speeches.
No, 4 to 6 is
4
also.
to 6 minutes.
So timer, please note, timing for the icebreaker speeches will be 4 to 6 minutes. Yeah.
Timer also has to take notes of timing of all the role players, and basically you have to note the timing for Timor as well. And I believe he has already taken all the time allocated. So that is why 15-minute buffer time is required, because such thing happens.
Correct. So you have to note down each and every person's time being taken. That's the why that will help us in concluding the meeting on that. So that's all from my side. I'll present my report towards the end. I would request Toastmaster Rajiv to come forward and take the stage.
Thank you. I think I'll try to speed up, given that I've already taken 12 to 13 minutes. I think allocated time is max 20 minutes. So let's go to the third reason. I'll try to keep the conversation relatively small now. So what do you think can be the third biggest reason of startups failure? So we talked about product market fit, we talked about co-founders, not things right. Any guesses? Money that you run out of the cash, or you're not able to raise money.
So currently, what I observe, most of the startups run towards valuation on sustainability and profitability. So that is one of the reasons they don't make a sustainable business, but they only do the business for valuation.
People are making it for the exit, they don't make sustainable. Okay. So then, sorry.
I understand patience and the family support is also required.
Patience and family support. So I'll go to the third biggest reason. Given the time, I will keep the conversation very short. It's lack of focus. I think you talked about lack of focus as the first reason. So it is the reason. It's top. It comes in the top 3 reasons. So what is the meaning of lack of focus? Basically, what it means, you have to be very clear who are you selling to. If you are manufacturing a bike, are you selling that bike to youngsters, to a middle age, or to an older age like this? So who are you selling that bike to becomes very, very important. Because when you're starting a brand, you cannot be a brand for everybody. For example, when Pepsi started, everybody drinks Pepsi, right? But they started with the youth. That's why you remember Aishwarya Rai, Amir Khan, commercials. So who are you targeting becomes very, very important, because it cannot be a brand for everybody. Again, I made that mistake of selling my software to HR people, to customer experience, marketing, product, everybody. But later on I realized that my core is customer experience. It can be used by anybody, but you have to define your core, because that defines your marketing strategy. So getting to the fourth reason, so we talked about lack of focus, number 4. Any guess? Not having skin in the game. What else? Sustainability, that you're not able to generate enough profit. In fact, the 4th biggest reason has been inefficient sales and marketing. What I mean by that, if you are a founder of your own startup, do not rely on other people to sell for you. If you cannot sell your own product, then nobody can sell. If we have to sell Toastmasters to a lot of guests on a coming game, if we cannot, as members, communicate and deliver effective speeches, we cannot get inspired. It's as simple as that, right? So you have to be the first salesperson of your own company. You cannot have a salespeople. Sometimes people they recruit sales head too fast too soon, and they expect others to sell that they have not sold themselves. And nowadays, even if you want to recruit somebody, my suggestion has been to people, there are a lot of CMOs and CROs, which is Chief Revenue Officers, Chief Marketing Officers, on demand, which means you don't have to hire them, you can hire them as a consultant. Have them for a few months, learn from them, and train your team. You can hire execs, and these execs can be trained by CROs. So let's go to the prepared speeches now. I'll hand over for the first speaker. I'll invite Toastmaster Deepika. So I'm keeping your introduction very small. You can introduce yourself. And the evaluator will be our Toastmaster.
So Toastmaster Deepika will be giving her first speech, basically icebreaker speech, and she'll be giving a speech from the visionary communication pathways, and her speech title is My Journey to Growth. So I wish Toastmaster Deepika very best for her first speech. Also, after icebreaker speech, there is a norm that we stand up and applaud the speaker. So let's do that, and we can introduce the proper introduction.
Good morning.
Timon has to be.
Oh, I have to do that? I'm sorry.
He's taking for the first time. Sorry.
Toastmaster Deepika, so she is a master in mathematics and computing. She's in the field of data analyst. She loves, she's got so many hobbies, sometimes she can't decide what's her hobby, which I think is a good problem to have. That you are so well skilled and you've got so many things to do, you're not able to decide what's your topic, but that's not a bad problem to have. So, to all the best.
Good morning, dear Toastmasters and fellow guests. So, I have joined Toastmasters clubs like many of you with the thought in my mind that I want to develop my communication skill and be better at public speaking. So for that, first let me tell you something about myself. So I belong to a small city named Muzaffarpur in Bihar. And as a child, I can't recall any such moment where I was scared to speak in front of anyone. Where I was such an enthusiastic kid that I want to participate in many of the events. I used to participate in reciting poems. I used to deliver morning news in the assembly where almost all of the schools are present. But while I was still in elementary school, my father got transferred to Patna, and there I had to switch schools a few times. And each time I switched school, what I face is that it is becoming difficult for me to open up to my classmates. And before I can even realize, I become more introvert. I became introvert. I became a person who likes to coop up in her shell. I lost interest in those kind of events which I used to enjoy. I didn't participate in them. When I was in my moving forward, when I came to graduation, that time I thought that this is not going to work. I have to develop my personality. And at that time, my seniors were preparing Teachers' Day event, and they were asking me if anyone wants to perform or present it. I said, okay, I will sing there. Let's do this. I prepared a song. I practiced it day and night. And when the time came, when my name was called on the stage, I felt my hands were shaking, my legs were trembling. I noticed the people in front of me, and I forgot the song. I started somehow, but then I forgot the lyrics again. And that was my first encounter to the stage fright. So I made a big mess of myself in front of everyone. And I thought, I have to work on this. So in the next year, I put my name again there. This time I was able to sing the whole song completely with the encouragement of my friends and my seniors. So this boosted my confidence. I was like, alright, I'm going to participate in this speech competition. I put my name in the speech, I prepared the content, and I just practiced it day and night. When the time came, my name was called, I was again on the stage. Can you guess what happened?
Forward the stage.
Yeah. So I went on the stage, I uttered my name, and that was the only thing that came out. Right? That was another embarrassing moment for me. And after that, I didn't get that much confidence on the stage, let alone speaking to anyone. So I started getting scared of stage and of people as well. And that time I was like moving to my third year. I started putting all my focus on my studies, as I have to also prepare for the entrance examination for master's degree. At that time, while I was still doing the preparation, I had decided that I was deciding on my career plans as well. At that time, I decided I want to be a data analyst. And one requirement data analyst has is that you should be a good storyteller. You should be able to communicate your thoughts to the leaders. So I thought I am not going to let this fear become an obstacle in my life. I will overcome it, and so after that, so if I talk about currently, I am a data analyst working in analytics. There have been many parts of my life where I have stammered, where I have ruined the presentation completely. And also, there have been many times where I got praised for my presentation. So there have been I have tried many times, I have failed, I have succeeded as well. I have tried many times and will keep on trying until journey to my growth, and that's how I want to continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters. So heartening to see how you've overcome your fear. It's not easy to stand on the stage and deliver. So we learned a lot from you today. Thank you. So time for the feedback. So we'll have 1 minute of feedback for Deepika.
Where is the scan code for yes?
Toastmaster and can you share the feedback?
So do you all have the form or you don't?
He's sharing.
You fill it for the next time. Second draft. Starting let's move on. So when you get the form, you can
Yeah. Forms.
So anyways, I think in the form you can also give the feedback after the second speaker. So let me evaluate, I think in the interest of time, let me evaluate our speaker number 2. His name is Toastmaster Varun. So can I have Toastmaster Varun on the stage? So, evaluator for Toastmaster Varun is Toastmaster Ankit.
Hi everyone, so I will be evaluating Toastmaster Varun. He has not decided his pathways yet, so and today he is giving his icebreaker speech. The title of his icebreaker speech is "It Can't Get Worse Than This." It can get worse than this. So I would like to wish best of luck to Toastmaster Varun to take it.
Just a very quick introduction about Toastmaster Varun. He's a BTech MBA management consultant. He loves traveling and reading like most of us. And the reason he joined Toastmaster, I'm assuming for us, is very similar, is to improve himself as well as his communication skills. All of this is
So I don't have anything to share on this stage that hasn't been shared before. I don't have any claims to make on this stage that hasn't been claimed before, but I like to talk. And the irony is that I haven't been heard before. So good morning fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. This is going to change because I've joined back the Toastmasters again and it is giving me a platform where I can share my story. So as Toastmaster today mentioned that I work as a management consultant. So whenever I'm giving a problem or the big part of my job is solving client problems. So whenever we get a client problem, what we try to do is we try to break it down into smaller problems and then look for a solution for each and every small problem. So when I was asked by the president to deliver the icebreaker speech, I did the exact same thing. I broke down the entire speech in 3 sections. That is stages. Stage 0 where I'll be talking about my life as a kid, 0 to 18 years. Stage 2 would be young adult life from 18 to 30 years, and then stage 3 would be post 30 years where I am currently. So before I start the stage 0, it was back in 1988 when my sister was born. My parents were blessed with a beautiful daughter. Fast forward 4 years, as my sister will call it, my parents got diagnosed with something bad, and that was me. So to save all of you from the math, I'm 32 years old. And things were going pretty fine in my family. My parents had a very steady government job, like drawing decent salaries, living a very happy life. And then I remember it was year 96 or 97 when my health started deteriorating very badly. It was 2 years of constant, pain and suffering that I had to undergo. I used to have very high fevers and severe throat pains and all. And eventually I got diagnosed with a chronic and acute case of tonsillitis. So we consulted multiple doctors to find out the solution, and all the doctors recommended that it should be operated. And back at that time, surgery was not a very common source of treatment for a person of my age. It is a common source of treatment for an adult, but not a person of my age. That makes the entire surgery very complicated. So my very own chacha, who is a very renowned ENT surgeon, he himself handled the case. And luckily, the surgery went fine and recovered well. Right? That's when I thought that okay, the worst is over. It can't get worse than this. But as the grammarian of the day would say, the world is very callous. So the world took an upside, completely U-turn, and we were doing pretty fine. But the entire narrative completely took a U-turn, and my father lost his stable government job, which was very uncommon for a government employee to lose his job. And the reason why he lost his job was the organization that he was working in went bankrupt, and the employees were forced to take an early retirement. That's when we started facing a lot of financial troubles, and there I decided that okay, education is the only gateway to for me to have a good life and earn good money and have a decent living. That brings me to stage 2, right, where I just completed my schooling, went to, I won't say a very fancy college, but good enough college, right, government university, engineering, was consistently among the top 3 in my class, both in schooling and as well as engineering as well. Got probably one of the best placements out of campus, got into a very good preschool in Mumbai, and I decided to leave that job and pursue my MBA. I went to Mumbai, made some really good friends at the time of my life, learned a lot, improved a lot, and got a pre-placement offer with a very reputed firm. Didn't work for them for quite a long, but worked for them for close to a year. Then joined Wipros in a very good role and a very good domain, and was working. Everything was going fine. Was working hard, was getting good appraisals, earning good money, everything was going fine. Met a girl, fell in love, dated for 3 years and then decided to marry her. And that brings me to stage 3. Just the beginning of stage 3 when I was about to get 30, I still remember my father developed some sort of a UTI. We thought it's a general infection that he has, but certain tests when those were run, we found out that it's an advanced stage cancer, and all of us were shattered when we found that news that he is diagnosed with an advanced stage cancer. We consulted hundreds of doctors, to honestly. We consulted doctors in India, Mumbai, India, Bangalore, Chennai, then consulted doctors in US, UK, everywhere, and then eventually started his treatment. He was responding well. We thought, okay, what can get worse? Can't get worse than this. It actually did. And this cancer relapsed. That was another very low point in our life when this cancer relapsed. So again, he has to undergo the entire rounds of chemotherapy, the entire rounds of radiotherapy and all. And once he was recovering, we again thought, what can get worse? And life had some other plans. My mother started feeling unwell. Unfortunately, she also got diagnosed with cancer. And after the long battle of, I'd say, 2 to 3 months, where she spent 1.5 months in the hospital, we were not able to save her, and I lost my mother last completely. So, life has not been very fair to me, but just when I'm thinking that okay, can it get worse? I'm not gonna say it can worse, because I know life might have different plans for me. It can get even worse as well. So I'll not say that it's gonna get better soon, but something which I've learned is that you need to stick in there, hold on to it, fight it out, and eventually you'll find a way. For me, I'm still in that process, but I'm hopeful that someday I'll get out of it and we'll find a way. That's all from my side.
I think it's sad to hear your story, but I can just say, saying that what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. I think at such a young age you have gone through such an experience. Now I hope that you would have got a lot of strength out of it. There are a few things in life that you can't change. You just can't just move along with it. That's what life is all about. So let's get to our feedback for Deepika as well as for Toastmaster Varun. So in case you have not given for Deepika, please give the feedback to the group. So let's move on to our third speaker of the day, which is Toastmaster Abhishek. Can I invite you to the stage, please? So just a very quick introduction about Abhishek. He loves cricket. He loves playing games. Hopefully we can watch some cricket together. And he loves traveling. I think the reason he joined Toastmasters is to improve his skills, plus of course to network more, to learn more people. At the same time, today his evaluator is Toastmaster Anurag.
So hello everyone. Today Abhishek Sharma is giving his first speech, and his pathway is visionary communication, and today is giving his icebreaker speech. His speech title is "Champions Don't Make Excuses, Excuses Don't Make Champions." So I am saying all the best to Abhishek for his icebreaker speech. What do you say?
Good morning, everyone. So it is moreover a journey of mine with a lot of tragedies, roller coasters, and some good glimpse of my life also. I wanted to ask you all one question. How many of you have been doing music in your life or for a certain period or for some hobbies or something like that, like singing, playing guitar or something? So have you ever experienced it when your relatives comes at your home and we're talking about, beta please, once, take one. So I've been experiencing it since now. I've been 23 and everyone who is coming at my home is like, beta please, take one. And I've been asking them, I charge 50,000 for a show. And they refused to me and gave me a note of 50. So it's moreover like I started my journey when I was 13 and today I'm 23. And it's been 10 years in my music journey. I started playing guitar. One evening I was sitting with my father. He was watching a show on television. I'm not getting the name of that show, but there was a band playing on the stage, and at that time he decided me to learn that wooden part, and I was not keen to learn because I was more fond of games. And literally I'm at the age of 23, I've been playing games like Free Fire at the age of 23 till now, because I'm fond of a gaming console. I got a gaming console, and on my birthday after that, he took me to an academy that's called, I still remember that date, 29th November 2023 or 2013. It was 7:50. I went to that academy, and there was a sir called John, and he introduced me that this is guitar and how you need to play. I started playing that guitar for the next 3 months, and I got obsessed with it. I literally got obsessed with me, and somebody told in my school that if you will play guitar, girls will be more attractive. So it is, I'm actually telling you, it is a myth. If you will play any instrument, nobody is going to come closer to you because you're going to play it at your worst for just 3 months. So it's moreover like a journey when I decided to pursue it as my career. When I started playing guitar, and I've been playing guitar for the last 8 to 9 years, and today I've been completed my Trinity College of London grade 8. I went to UK for 1 year. For that admissions and all that, I just wanted to confirm that if I can give exams from India, is it okay with them? So then I pursued it. Since I started playing the guitar, I noticed one thing, that consistency is the key. Not only for the guitars, whatever you are doing in your life. If you are practicing it for 10% of your time, of your whole day, and your 24 hours, we have 6 to 8 hours for sleep, and other than that, you can please give 30 minutes to your particular activity. I started doing practices, then I engaged myself in school. When I was in 12th grade, I skipped one of my board exams just because one show. And because of that, I was having the exam next day, and I came late night in that day at 3 a.m. in the night. And I'm being honest to you, at the age of 18, I was drunk. And when my father smelled my mouth, he was like shocked, like, okay, you're not going to perform it anymore because drinks are all over the country and everyone is enjoying with the drinks only. He stopped my music journey at the age of 18, and I couldn't play anything. He bashed my guitar out of 3rd floor, towards the downstairs, and I rushed away downstairs and picked up my guitar and tried to, repair it with the tape, with the cello tape, and I did repair it. It was moreover like I could play that guitar. Then he forced me to do some business ideas and all that you should open up some car washing entrepreneurship or something like that. But I was not aware of that. I stick to my decision. I did my best. Then at the age of 20, I decided to form a band. At the age of 20, it was 2021. We decided a band. We performed for almost 7 years. I performed twice in Dubai, and we were performing there. And one of their uncles, he was an Indian uncle at the age of 60 or 70. We were performing metallics, jams, and I'm a totally Western instrumentalist. So he came close to me and whispered in my ears, "Beta, gulabi aankhein baja sakte ho?" And I was like shocked. I've been playing metals for the last 5 years and I have to play gulabi aankhein. And we played. And we actually played because we were getting paid for that. And I played that thing. And what happened next is like COVID strikes. And our band members separated. I got shattered. I got heartbroken twice. One with a girl and one with my shows. So I was in hospital for 3 months because I was not able to digest that I'm not growing in myself as a career basis. I'm not a good son. I'm not a good brother. I'm not a good partner of my life. So it was moreover like a heartbroken situation. And I went over that situation and I've been standing here. I don't have any band right now. I've been performing with several different bands. So it's I'm completely shattered because I've been getting flashbacks of that. Right now I've been working with a school and I'm a teacher and working with a university also. So I just wanted to conclude in the end that I didn't make any excuses whether I've been getting no family background response, no family support, no money support, but at the stage I've been standing. I have not taken a single penny from my dad for the last 5 years and I'm proud of it. So that's my speech and I hope I inspire you a little bit.
Very, very inspiring. It was very heartening to hear your story and I think how you stood up against different times. It reminds me of a saying that I read many years back. If you think you're broken, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. It's all here, it's all in the mind. Right? I think your journey is very, very inspiring. The fact that you stood against the time was very inspiring. Thank you for inspiring us. So time for the feedback for Abhishek. Please take a minute. I request everybody to give feedback, please. It's important for us to understand where we stand. Okay, so let's move on. So we talked about 4 reasons why startup failed. Can you please tell me those 4 reasons? And we have to talk 5, right? So this is 5th one coming up. What are the top 4 reasons? Product market fit. Team co-founders. Focus. Okay, let's get to the 5th reason. We talked about that 5th reason multiple times. It is lack of understanding of financial things. But that's a reality, right? When you start your own company or you're joining a company, you don't know how to read a P&L. You're not a CEO. You're not a finance person. So understanding what is cash flows, understanding what is P&L are very difficult. I can tell you that within 11 years of my life, I have almost become like a CFO. But it took me a lot of time to learn those things. But when I started my entrepreneurship career, I didn't know how to. Is anybody who is a CA here from financial background? Yes. So there you go. If you're starting a startup, please contact us. So the idea was, how do I read a cash flow? Because cash is king. We talk about P&Ls can always be modified, right? I'm sure that you know how to modify a P&L. You can always make a profit into loss into profit, but you can't change the cash. So in case you don't know how to read P&Ls, how to make a good financial metrics out of your company, there are a lot of CFOs on hire. Till date, I have not hired a CFO. I have not hired a CMO. I always go to the consultant. You take a consultant, pay some money, learn, you move on. You take one more consultant, pay money, learn. That's the way you make a very self-sustainable, profitable startup. So that was our fifth reason. So these are top five reasons why startup failed. I hope by the end of the day you will remember these reasons. If you have your own startup, please ensure that you focus on this. I can share this presentation with you. So that was the theme of the day today. I now move to the next section, which is very close to my heart. I love participating in it, but I will not participate today. I've spoken a lot. So this is about table topic. And for that, I want to introduce our Toastmaster Tanmay to come and talk about this. Yeah. So I'll just quickly introduce you. I don't know this is still correct. I got the sheet that you work in Barclays.
Yeah, that's right.
That's correct. And you love reading and traveling, and of course you're part of the art club. Over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is the time now? 11:40. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay. Today I'll take you through the table topic section. And before I start, I'll emphasize why it is important. Have you heard the term hijacking your amygdala? Anyone? Amygdala. Amygdala is a small part of your brain which detects danger. In earlier days, when really dangers were around, people used to use amygdala or amygdala triggers when they detect any kind of danger and create kind of fight or flight kind of situation. But now, in safe environment, we don't face that kind of danger. Still, we see this kind of hijack. We call it amygdala hijack. How can prevent hijack when you face or come to the stage? There are some techniques, and that exactly will do the table topic section that prevent you be familiar with the situation so that you can control your amygdala. So one thing is basically you can go through the experience. The table topic section will give you such experience. The second technique is basically you can calm down your breathing. You can slow down. You can scan your surrounding. That's another technique. And the last technique would be know your subject. But sometimes you don't get your own subject and you think on your field. So that's why through this particular session you will get experience, and in future if you encounter similar experience, you will think that okay, I've been there, I can easily handle it. That's the way you can control your amygdala. So this is very interesting session, and to make it more interesting, I have chosen few interesting, funny topics. I'll first request veteran, and then I'll go to certain guest. You'll get 1 to 2 minutes time. 1 minute minimum you need to speak qualified. 2 minutes 30 seconds is the maximum. At 2 minutes you get red card. 1 minute 30 orange and 1 minute green. I'll encourage you to think for 10 seconds before speaking when I give the topic. In terms of approach, you can follow audio approach. That's quite common to handle if you're new. O stand for opinion. You can state your opinion, then you can give the reason to support your opinion and give some explanation, example, and then wrap it up with again reiterating your opinion. You can follow other approach also. One approach is basically you can follow chronology or pendulum approach. You can talk about some pros and then cons and then balance it out. It's up to you. And you can be very funny. You can completely out of the box deliver your speech. With that, let me start the session. I'll invite first a Toastmaster. You are a joke. You tell a joke. I'll come later to you later. Anyone else who didn't participate, you want to come? Please come. Mayank, if you were a food item in a supermarket, which aisle would you be in and why? If you were a food item in a supermarket, which aisle would you be in and why, Mayank?
Okay, so if I was a food item, then I would like to be in the fruits section, fruits item, and I would be like to be the mango. We are in the season of mangoes, and mangoes are too delicious. They are sweet, and if they are not ripe, then they are sour, and then we can make them into achar, pickles, and why would I would like to be mango? Because it is my favorite fruit, and it is also the king of. It's also called the king of the fruits, and I consider myself in my life as a as a king. So born to shine. Yeah. So that's why.
And which aisle?
Fruits.
Fruits. Okay. Thank you, Maya. Let's go to the next speaker who wants to come. Anyone else? You want to come, please? Neha is here. You have been appointed Chief Silliness Officer of MNC. What new policies do you implement to increase workplace fun and productivity? You have been appointed as a Chief Silliness Officer, CSO, of an MNC. What new policies do you implement to increase workplace fun and productivity? Neha.
Okay, how many of you who are working today think that HR only conducts those organizations and all those silly stuff? I'm sure. No, so since I have been tasked and I am appointed as the Chief Silliness Officer, sorry, please, this is not an HR realm. So as far as the Chief Silliness Officer, I think it's always so good to inject some sort of excitement and fun in our day-to-day movement, mundane lives. I think my very first port of call would be to create like a boxing kind of those rings or like a bullseye, so that people can come and vent out their frustrations. I know each one of us, we have our own issues and vent out frustrations with our seniors, our bosses. I think that would be something that would be very exciting to do. The other thing would be to get into a bit of role playing. I think I would definitely introduce a role playing between the senior and the junior, so that people can start and understand that what the other side of the table is. It's more about switching the hats, I would say. So again, trying to bring in a perspective of professionalism into the silliness in a corporate world. And what else? What else interesting? I think I would just actually go out to the entire organization, the team, and ask for more suggestions. But yeah, I think those would be my top two things that I would teach. Thank you.
Let's go to the next speaker who wants to come next. Please come. You want to have more fun? Let me choose another different topic in different. I think you can do it. Your name?
I'm Zara.
Zara. Invent a new dance move and demonstrate it to the audience. Bonus point for naming it something catchy. Invent a new dance move and demonstrate it. Verbally or physically, I am giving you option. You can invent a dance move verbally or physically and demonstrate it to the audience. Bonus point for naming it something catchy. Let's go to the next speaker. Who's next? You want to come? Please come. I'll come next. Yeah. Prashant, you were trapped in a grocery store overnight. Describe how you would survive using only items found in the store. You were trapped in a grocery store overnight. Describe how you would survive using only items found in the store. Prashant. Grocery store. Yeah. Language is there already.
So my topic is if I tap into over the line and the process, how do I survive? Obviously, when it's a human tendency, whenever, even though we are in a very good position, whenever somebody trapped you in particular, isolated area or something or within the boundary, it would be tough to stay for at least more than 12 hours or something. But we should know, as a human being, we should know how to survive in any situation. So one day I went over there in one of the groceries when I was getting late, and suddenly the door gets closed outside. Nobody was aware that I was inside, that the groceries door. Now I was aware that nobody can listen. After 12, early in the morning, 10 o'clock, I need to survive. So I looked at, I was feeling very hungry at the time, and there were so lot of fruits were there, and the cookies and chocolate bars were there. I was very much fond of with the chocolates, so I started with having dairy milk. Kuch meetha ho jaye. So I had chocolates, and then later on I did some cookies also. I had my cookies. So cookies was my favorite. And then what should I do? Then I was feeling, I had my glass of water bottle was also there. I had water, and still thinking, still at 11 o'clock is there. How will I survive? So I need to put my tummy, filled with lot of things so I can have a sound sleep. Though there was no AC, so I had fruits like a mango, which is delicious. Is the part of I am very fond of. Mango is the king of fruits. So I had the mango without any pushing by juicy and add mango, and I filled my tummy very well, and I could sleep entire night. Early in the morning I couldn't wake up. When the security guard opened the store, he was shocked to find me over there, and I could survive with entire night. Thank you.
Don't know about me, but my son would love it, right? Like thinking that he's trapped in a store. The chocolate, the nuts, all the things would be heavy, I'm pretty sure. So with that, let's move to the next speaker. Harjinder, you have been raising your hand for quite some time. Why not you come? You have been chosen to represent Earth in an intergalactic talent show. What would be your talent, and how do you impress the judges from other planets? You have been chosen to represent Earth in an intergalactic talent show. What would be your talent, and how do you impress the judges from other planets? Over to you.
So as I am representing Earth, so in terms of Earth, if we see that we are damaging Earth and climate is a big issue. So this is our learning as the habitants of Earth, and I am willing to tell other planets also that now, since we are starting a bit late towards taking action about carbon dioxide emissions, and we are moving towards renewable energy now, but it would have been better if we would have started a bit early, maybe 50 years back. So this greenhouse emission gases could have been avoided. And I will basically over there, I will project that we are progressing slowly, but as a whole, other planets can work upon it and they can improve faster, and maybe I will ask them their collaboration also, their learnings also from their planets, so that we can save our Earth and we can improve our planets. That's all. Thank you.
Now I will choose a guest. Any guest who is keen? Okay, why not you come, please. What's your name? Ankit. Ankit, you wake up one morning and find out that gravity is reversed. Describe how your day unfolds as everything starts floating upwards. You wake up one morning, find out that gravity is reversed. Describe how your day unfolds as everything starts floating upwards. Over to you. Right?
So one day I woke up in the morning and I started feeling that still I am sleeping. It was a dream. I saw all my stuffs are going up. I realized my watches, my TV, my car, everyone is above my eye. I was not able to understand and recognize whether still I am in dream or it's reality. Then I realized my kids are also there. They are playing football above the sky only. Oh, what's happening at that moment? I realized where I am, it's all sky only. Then I moved out of my bed. But my bed is still there at the sky only. So it was completely not a dream. The gravity has changed its direction. We are in a completely new world. We are above in the sky. So now the sky is not the limit. We are in the sky. We will go above and above. We will create more fun there with my kids, my family, my friends. It will be an enjoyable moment to memorize. Thank you.
How much time I have? Only one? Last? Okay, last one. Welcome, please. Ritvik, invent a new holiday just for introverts. How would people celebrate and what tradition would they follow? Invent a new holiday just for introverts. How would people celebrate and what tradition would they follow? Over to you.
Introverts, how many introverts are here in this room? Okay. So, if I had got a chance of like designing a holiday for introverts, then I would like to have a room full of games, fun-filled activities, which is only for solo players. For solo games such as gaming or digital chess, badminton. Might be a disc air hockey which could be played only by a single player. Then a room full of beverages, chocolates and all. Then the next room would be full of cars, where you can take a car and go anywhere, any place, anytime. And the car would be obviously a single seater car, so because you like to be a solo. And of course a good music player, so that you can enjoy your own vibe in this mood. So that's what.
With that, I wrap up the session. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Thomas. And others for very interesting topic. Thank you for us to you. So now, if you remember the time meeting structure was there were 3 phases. We had prepared speeches, we had given topics. Now the most important part, without any feedback, we can't improve ourselves. So we'll go to the evaluation section. I think, and I'm going to pass over to Toastmasters. For the evaluation, I think we can first move with Gaurav because he has to leave. So we'll do the same process. Thank you.
Best
The first speaker today in table topic was Mayan. The topic was around food item in supermarket which aisle you will be in. Back there I was thinking about the horizontal aisle, and I think same Tanmay was thinking, that's why he asked in the end that which aisle you will be in. He replied, I'm in fruit aisle, I told you. So yeah, he was very creative. Instead of going the traditional way of asking, of telling that I'll be in first aisle, second aisle, third aisle, we just took it to a different stand and talked about I will be in a fruit aisle, and mango is my favorite fruit, so I'll be a mango over there. You can make pickle, it's a king of fruit, and he tried laughter also. He said, I consider myself hero, so that's why I'm the king.
Born to shine. Born to shine.
Born to shine, yeah, so good work on that, Mayank. I think two things which I believe you can work on next time when you are coming on table topic is, first is use more time. I think when the time will come, we'll get to know how much time you use, but I think you went on very hastily, that's one. And second is stage coverage. For most of the people I've seen in table topic, it's very tough for the newcomers who are coming for the first time. You have to speak also, you have to cover the stage also, but again, stage coverage, we follow W approach, that is, you can start from one place, you can go back, you can come forward, and similarly you can do that. That's the easiest thing when you can do for stage coverage. Second was Neha, appointed as Chief Silliness Officer. I wish that we all could have such roles in our office. So Neha, she started with a question that was commendable, and that's something which any the newcomers can learn from, that if you don't have anything in your mind, I think it was Neha as well as Prithvi who started with the question. So to that, boxing, bullseye were again creative thoughts around it. Eye contact and smile, which I think was the cornerstone of her speech today. Neha again recommending for stage coverage. She was standing in front place and talking about it. So yeah, that's there. Third, Zara invent a new dance move. The best was Zara Hatke. Head dancing, body language, and the recommendation I have is stage coverage. I'm just going fast, my time is getting over. Prashant, trap in grocery store. One thing I learned today again from Prashant is a reminder that you don't have to start hastily. You can pause, you can think about what you're going to talk about. So that's what we learned. Stage coverage was amazing, captivating storytelling. I think you are a great Toastmaster. Voice modulation is something which you can work on next time. Arjinder, important issue. You picked up climate. I think that 3 minutes.
Yeah, table topic evaluator gets 5 minutes. So in the agenda it is shared, so to go through agenda.
Arjinder, I think it was Galaxy Got Talent. That was the topic. If you are being chosen as someone from Earth, so important issue, climate, greenhouse. 50 years earlier he talked about all that, but what I was thinking that if you can pick up some personal talent and bring it on, he can show something, I think that would be better next time. Ankit woke up in the morning with gravity reverse. Incredible storytelling again, Ankit. Things started going up in cars and in the sky. Very creative, especially very relatable when he said the sky is not the limit. So we could relate it very well with you, Ankit. I think hand gestures were not there. Your hands were closed, Ankit, so you can try next time to be more open about it. And the last one is again, just like Neha, he started with the question, how many are there who are introvert over here? So you can think at that time when you're asking question. Fun game, solo, music PlayStation. So these are the few points which we talked about. Again, the stage coverage and eye contact was something which I thought it was missing. Because just focusing on people out around here, we can focus it over there as well as on the back side. That is something that was. Thank you. Thank you.
Now it's time for the specific evaluation. Prepared speeches, you have the specific evaluator. I request Toastmaster Rahul. Over to you, Toastmaster Rahul.
We all have been there. There are instances in our life which we want to forget. But those are the instances that make us to take first step in the direction of self-improvement. And Toastmaster Deepika did the same. She gave her first speech, we call it icebreaker speech, and shared the journey of being an introvert, being nervous whenever she goes on a stage, but she has taken the first step. And she is going to be getting rid of those nervousness and anxiety that we all have. And what a beautiful and inspiring speech it was. If I talk about commendations, I will first talk about tonality. You could see the speech was very clear. We could all understand. And every word was very clear. So kudos to Toastmaster Deepika for such a clear speech. And the second thing I would like to talk about is the confidence. For the first timer, she was really confident on the stage. So kudos for that as well. And the third commendation is humor. There were instances in the speech which were humorous and made the environment a little bit light. For example, when she went to the stage and she just uttered her name and followed the speech. If I talk about recommendations, I have two recommendations for her. The first one is preparation. The more you prepare, the more you practice, the more impact you have. And the second one is be regular. Participate more, give more speeches, take roles. The more you participate, eventually you will see the changes in you. If she continues with all the positives she has and include the recommendations I mentioned, she is going to be the best or the next best speaker of the club. So kudos to Toastmaster Deepika, over to you.
It's true that consistency makes a lot of things better. Second, elevator is Toastmaster Deepika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sonu. So I will be evaluating Toastmaster Varun. Please give him a round of applause first. He narrated such a heartbreaking story by staying composed without tearing up. So he's a very strong person, definitely. Now there are a lot of good things I like about his speech. First thing is that he talked about a very personal story of his and his loved one. That is something which is encouraged in the ice-breaking speech, because the person, when he comes first time on the stage, the listeners want to know more about him, his personal story, how he grew up, how he raised, so everything like that. So that's a positive thing. And he also narrated his story in chunks. He talked about first phase of his life, second phase, third phase. So that is something we can learn, that whenever we have a long story to tell, just divide it into different chunks. Because if you just remember a long story, you will definitely forget. Sometimes even I go blank if I don't remember what I have to say next. But if I am saying like for the first 10 years of my life, blah blah happened, and then starting the next train of thought for like 20 to 30, just do this time. So this is easy to remember, to deliver, and for the listeners as well, it is very easy. Second thing is, his title was very stupid. It can't get worse than this. Around the end, it started making a lot of sense. He repeated it multiple times, that why he thinks it can get worse, because a lot of things will go in a good way, so it can get worse than this. So there are a few suggestions. for Toastmaster group. First thing is he's standing here with his one leg out in slanted fashion. This is not encouraged. If you are standing straight, just stand with the both legs. And also what's encouraged is just move on the stage. You can go onto this end, you can go back. There is something called the Google approach, and then you can go here as well. So you can cover the entire stage. Also, it helps to cover the entire audience as well. You can look around, see at different people. The other thing is you were not taking pauses. Whenever someone is speaking on stage, they should take pauses because listeners also need some time to make sense of what they have listened to. If I'm just speaking one after another, then it becomes, people lose the kind of interest. Overall, I would say that you narrated your personal story very well. Content was very organized. Just focus on the good stage moment and poses. You will do wonderful. Thank you.
Toastmaster Anurag. I would request Toastmaster Anurag to come forward and assist.
Thanks, Toastmasters. So, Toastmaster Abhishek started his story from his childhood when he started his passion for playing guitar at the age of 13. And in his story, he explained about the consistency, how consistent he is. From last 10 years, he is still pursuing his passion, and the life experience that he shared when he was drunk and which created a distance from his father, and that impacted his personal relationship. Also, mentally bad experience, like also he shared incidents of Gulabi on his own. That's somebody interesting. So all the stories that I noticed that is very connected and organized in a proper way. And in the end, I see the ending was really great. He concluded with the fact that he is not making excuses, which was his topic title. Although he was facing a lot of personal challenges, but he still stand on his feet and did not took any penny from his father. So in the end, when he concluded this with this sentence that like it kind of covering the whole circle of the topic that he chosen for his speech. Now come to the recommendations. I noticed that he was stage movement was over. Like he was moving here and there, and it would be better if he just stay here and share one part of his like story, and then move here if he want to like share something else. Because moving here and there, like it creates kind of uncomfortable even in the audience eyes. Why he is moving so fast? Second, I noticed that Flo's speech was very fast. He was speaking very fast. And I think we should give time for audience to comprehend, also to sink in the information that he shared. And third, his poses were missing. Like he was moving to another sentence and another without taking single poses. So these 2-3 recommendations to him. And although in icebreaker speech we usually give one recommendation, but for him I give 3 recommendations because he is not on icebreaker level, he is on the next level. You can notice the kind of confidence he has on speech when he was on stage, and he used very like open body language, good eye contact with the audience. I can see everyone feel engaged with him. So I think like these 3 things were already in him, so I thought he would be on the next level. So that's why I decided to increase number of recommendations for him. And what makes his speech even great is like the ending and audience engagement. In the end, I would say his speech was great, and it would be even better if he will include like 2-3 recommendations that I suggested for him. Now over to you, Toastmasters.
Now it's time to know about your grammar, comments, and how much time you have taken in performing your role. So I will request Toastmaster Harpreet to come forward and share the video.
Today we have introduced a model today, Keller, and it was used one time by Toastmaster Varun while delivering his speech. His eye-breaking speech was there. He used the word, and in that he mentioned that the word is Keller. So those who follow your eye-breaking speech. And first of all, I just want to say the eye-breaking speech was very well delivered. So rather the standard has been very high, and I congratulate all the Toastmasters who have delivered such a wonderful eye-breaking speech. Toastmaster Deepika, I couldn't find any grammatical error in your speech, and the sentence formations were very good. And you narrated your life story as well as the incidences in your life in a very good manner, and we were able to visualize also. So grammatically there was no error. Second, there was Toastmaster Varun. Your story was very well narrated, and you connected the entire story very well. All the three stages of your life, the message that you want to convey that it can't get worse than this was very well delivered, and it is also a learning for us that we should rather be ready for any such kind of situations, that we should be very well prepared for that. So you also, as well as said that you have used the word for the day also, and so your speech was no grammatical error was there in your speech. And coming to Toastmaster Abhishek, you have basically used the word consistency is the key. Yes. So that is a very good quote that we have to take from your basically the eye-breaking speech that you have given today. And apart from that, your sentence formation and your storytelling was very good. And again, no grammatical mistakes were there in your speech as well. Coming to the table topic session. One table topic Toastmaster is said that some small mistakes were there, like cookies were my favorite. It should be like cookies are my favorite, and there were so lot of foods, so that can be it should be narrated like there was a lot of food options available. And apart from that, I would also like to thank Toastmasters who actually conducted a session of the TD, and he basically told how we can basically adopt the breathing exercise as well as the relation with the amygdala of our brain, so that we can control our thoughts while listening. Thank you.
Now it's time to know about yourself from Toastmaster. Toastmaster
10 times. Guest Jara, I didn't find any filler words. Toastmaster Kisan, one time, one time. Toastmaster Aljinder, one time. Then guest Ankit, there were no filler words. Toastmaster Prithvi, 6 times. Toastmaster Gaurav, 5 times and so 2 times. Toastmaster Rahul, there were no filler words. Instead, they were replaced with meaningful pauses. Toastmaster Ankit, 12 times. Toastmaster Anurag, 2 times and 9 times. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the detailed report. Now it's time to know how much time each of you have taken. So I will request Toastmaster Radhan to come forward and present his report.
Thank you so much. What a great meeting. I think most of us have used most of our best of our time in the meeting. So kudos to all speakers, table topic speakers, evaluators and role players for using their times. Now it's time to present my report. On prepared speeches sections, Toastmaster Deepika took 5 minutes and 8 seconds. Toastmaster Varun took 6 minutes and 3 seconds. And Toastmaster Abhishek took 6 minutes and 27 seconds. In evaluation sections, Toastmaster Rahul took 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Toastmaster Ankit took 3 minutes and 13 seconds. Toastmaster Anurag took 3 minutes and 29 seconds. And table topic evaluator Toastmaster Gaurav took 5 minutes and 5 seconds. In role player sections, Toastmaster Hadley took 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Toastmaster Ankita took 1 minute and 42 seconds. In table topic sections, Toastmaster Mayank took 55 seconds. Guest Nehal took 1 minute and 47 seconds. Guest Jara took 1 minute and 11 seconds. Guest Prashant took 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Guest Toastmaster Harjinder took 1 minute and 9 seconds. Guest Ankit took 1 minute and 20 seconds. And Toastmaster took 1 minute and 30 seconds. So this is all about today's speakers and all evaluators. So only 2 speakers, the Toastmaster went to 55 seconds, which is lower than the allocated time, and Toastmaster took 1 minute and 42 seconds for it as a role player, which is lower than the minimum time. So apart from all the speakers and all have taken the appropriate time, concluded the speech within the
Thank you, Toastmaster Radhan, for giving such detailed report. Now it's time for my report as an evaluator. So the meeting started sharp at 10:30. Kudos to all the members and the guests present here. That Toastmaster is having a very standard time that and we have to follow that. That is the professionalism that each Toastmaster club is following every day. Coming to role players, as the sergeant head comes, Toastmaster member. I do understand and I do appreciate that it takes time to stand up and to come forward. Only one thing, this is start of the meeting. So if the scripts are well available on the Toastmaster website and everywhere in the club, so we can just have that in mind. And the second thing is, whenever we are on the stage and we are playing the role of sergeant at arms, we have to be like this, not like this. It shows the movement. Coming to presiding officer Toastmaster Varun, very informative 2 messages. One was importance of punctuality, and the second one was importance of new blood in the generation, new blood in the system. That is, new generation is coming up. The way new EC has taken the charge now. Only one recommendation for Toastmaster Varun is regarding the introduction of the guest. There is a 30-second given by the 30 seconds, you have to tell that what exactly you are supposed to introduce. One is who you are, what exactly you are doing. Second one is what is the purpose of coming here, and the third one is who told you about this club, about this particular club. Coming to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rajiv Lava. He is well experienced. He was speaking here with his own experiences, life experiences. Though with the added preparation, he was well prepared. The PPT was there. Everybody was able to relate what is he is speaking and what is going on the screen. So kudos to Toastmaster Rajiv. Your experiences will help us a lot. In case if anyone wants to go into the startup, they will learn from your experiences. Coming to Toastmaster, Joke Master, that is Toastmaster Arvinder. The role of the Joke Master is to make others laugh. Hated that work, and he was able to make others laugh. Table topic master, Toastmaster Kanai. Calm, composed, very confident person, and appears he is very experienced in life as well as in this public speaking platform as well. Only one recommendation, topics were very nice, creative, and the speakers did a great job. But only thing is, this is Toastmaster Club. If it can be made shorter, it's easy for the audiences and the speaker also to understand and speak impromptu. Coming to Toastmaster Table Topic Evaluator, he did a great job. He is not here, so I can say you all this time. And Toastmaster Harpreet, Toastmaster Abhita, Toastmaster Chandan. One thing I liked about all the three role players that they were not referring to the script, and it boosted their confidence, and it shows that they are well prepared. About Toastmaster Abhita, even she did not know that her name is there on the board, but still she took that role. That shows that she has willingness to go. And only one recommendation for the tag role player, that the Toastmaster is having its own script. So all the tag players have to follow that script. It can save others' time as well as it can help the meeting to be concluded in 12:30, 45, whatever is happening. I will not speak about the speakers because they already have been evaluated about individual evaluators. Coming to evaluator 1, Toastmaster Rahul. He gave very constructive feedback. His feedback, somewhere I felt that I had written the same thing while giving the feedback to the speaker. So it was very useful for the speaker considering her situation, the way she forgets every time. Toastmaster Ankit, yes, you did a great job. Only one thing is, always I do say that bring some energy in your voice so that you can look others more energetic and you can do the justice to the job. And evaluator number 3, that is Toastmaster Anurag, the same, you did a great job. And you mentioned also that why you have given the more than 3 recommendations to a icebreaker speech, which is actually not required. Good job done. Overall meeting was good. Only one thing is, since the new role players are coming and the new members are getting added to the club, thing is, if you go through the Toastmaster International website, all the scripts you will find, and if you approach your mentor, you will be able to understand how the Toastmaster club works and what are the protocols of the Toastmaster club. Therefore, from my side, over to Toastmaster of the day. Over to Presiding Officer.
I just love the energy today. Typical Toastmaster meeting, and kudos to everyone. It's a house full, hardly any seat vacant. And thank you Mayank and Pratik for arranging extra seats when people are pouring. In closing remarks, some of the feedback I have from my side that we discussed initially also, we got to be punctual, disciplined. I noticed that more than 10 people entered after 10:30. bit disappointing. For a professional club like Toastmasters, we need to improve here. So if we are here on time, we can close on time, respecting everybody's time. So that is one. Second is I am able to see that some of the guests are here for more than 2 meetings. As the protocol says that 2 meetings are generally allowed. We comment if you are liking the structure, you are liking the atmosphere, and you want to join Toastmaster, please do so and become a member.
Voting.
Now, there are multiple finals today. Euro Cup final is there, Wimbledon is there, Copa Cup final is there. India versus Zimbabwe is there. So, multiple finals, multiple awards, so it's award time here also. So, voting link is being shared with all of you. When you go by the MCTC group, please vote for the best vote player. I'm sharing the link will be shared soon. Meanwhile, this voting link is being shared. Any feedback from the guest, we can take 2 or 3 guest feedback. Anything you want to share about the meeting or your experience here?
So first of all, if I talk about the experience, it was great. I'm really amazed. The way the schedule of the entire event was, it was something which I was not expecting, to be very frank. And it was more than delivered. So more than delivered to my expectation. Very professional way of understanding everyone, encouraging to speak, and the best part is that the loop which I am seeing of giving a feedback, the evaluator, then feedback to the evaluator, then another feedback to the third evaluator. It's really great. So it's keep up the closing of loop and to improve and identify areas for each and every one. So I'm looking forward to continue this journey with Toastmasters, although it's the first day, but it was really great. Thank you so much.
Voting link is here.
I would request members to share the QR code or link with the guest as well so that they can vote.
Please share the QR code with the guest also.
Actually, the QR code is not allowed to make a transaction more than $2.
QR code is also.
One feedback I want to give.
Okay.
The date mentioned in the group for the today's session was incorrect.
Okay, you can connect with me or Toastmaster Kushi. After this meeting, you can.
Any other feedback from any guest? Anyone?
I would just say kudos to all the parents, teachers, and speakers. Because last time it was pretty much extended,
Yes.
but I could see a lot of preparation and the way the stories that stitched together so well in the topic. So really great job.
I agree. And all the speakers were there.
You can take few more feedbacks. Meanwhile, results are being compiled.
Anyone else, Zara or you want to share something?
Yeah, it was nice. Thanks for the
You can choose any guest. You don't have to.
I mean,
You
you
are
are open to any.
You are the presiding officer.
Yes, you are.
It's my first meeting. I'm here to join the Toastmasters club and preparing my communication skills. I like this meeting and I'm looking forward to the session.
Thank you. Thank you.
ideally we should take feedback from everybody so that those who have not participated, they can at least have something to share or speak.
You want to share something?
It's been a few meetings that I have a registration meetings we are technically based. Yeah, the meeting was good. Topics were the speakers had put in a lot of efforts into preparing the topics, and it came through. Yeah, and as always, the meeting was really well organized. Thank you.
Mac has
One more feedback. Zara, can you please share it with your expectations as was shared by your father?
So the one thing I really liked today was I actually thought that you guys were listening to speeches and how would that be? But every single segment was very gripping and very different. Like it was a good mix of serious and also it was fun in between. And so I really liked the format that it was in, and it also seemed like a very supportive environment to try things out in.
Mukesh is member.
So we are ready with the results. So first, the best table topic speaker. Any guesses for that?
Future Toastmaster Neha.
Any more guesses? Yes, it is future Toastmaster Zara.
इसको पोस्ट कर दो ना वीडियो।